This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into the news. All right, so Casanova. You know, this guy can't stop talking. You know, he's like, I could do the time, da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, we get it. We get it, buddy, okay? I know someone got in my comments and they were like, oh, I heard what you said about Casanova. You ain't going to play with Brooklyn. You act like I made him commit those crimes and get caught. You know, it's like, calm down, my G, okay? He's like, yeah, you bugging. If nobody cared about him, why are you making a video about him? No, nobody really cares about his music, but he was out here mingling. He was with Rock Nation. He was going on tours with people, but he wasn't enough of an artist where people are going to wait for him to come out and buy his music. 2 years later, not dropping anything, people were, I don't know, I don't see that many people showing up to buy his album. This is life. This is life. If you, me, anybody were to pass away, life will go on without us, unfortunately, you know? So you got to make the most of it. And you got to be careful of where you land. This man had a family, okay? And he still did what he did. And it's very, and his girl's going to, trust me, I've seen girls do this. They're going to come to this realization that, oh my gosh, he did this. It was disrespectful to me. Once she starts struggling, which will be in about a year or two, right? Because the money will run out. He didn't make bajillions of dollars when he was out, okay? They're maintaining a lifestyle off of some money he made out here. Maybe he made $1 million or $2 million, maybe, okay? And you'll be, oh, you're bugging, Jordan. You probably made more money than that. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe he did make more money than that. But maybe he bought a Bentley that depreciated and a couple other things, right? I'm just saying, this guy did crime, right? And I'm not against everybody that does crime, but you got to learn from your past mistakes. He's already done like 2 bids in jail, right? Blessed. The universe blessed him with a Rock Nation deal, right? Come on, he's not that great of a rapper. But bro, you know, like he threw it away, you know? Text messages going back and forth about taking people, all this other stuff. It's like, dude, you don't just get 15.5 years for nothing, you know? It's not cool to be part of these gangs and everything, you know? It's just not. And you know what? A lot of more rappers from 15 years ago would have been in more trouble with Instagram and Twitter, for sure. You got to be more careful nowadays. But yeah, his wife is going to move on in 2 years, and she's going to date another guy. And that's, you know, hopefully he never finds out. It's going to happen. It's life. He's 2 years in, right? And he's got to do 80% of his time. He's got a good 10 years, you know, let's just say that, you know. It's hard to not get in more trouble when you're in. He's got a good decade, man. That's a long time, you know. I do feel bad for his family, though. I feel bad for his girl and his kid. Don't get me wrong. I'm not heartless, okay? I'm not. I do see that side, and that side bothers me, you know. That's why you got to really think before you have children and stuff, like, you know, especially when you have kids and stuff, you can't be doing like stuff that'll get you locked up. Here's another guy here, you know, this guy, he was younger, but, you know, never did any bids or anything, but lucky. He got out within 2 years, snitched to do it. Now he's a Spanish artist. T.I. So T.I. played a risky game. He took, him and his wife took MGA to court over OMG girls. They said they made these, wait, what is this? A legal battle accused MGA of modeling their LOL surprise OMG girls dolls after the group. So they went after this company, accusing MGA of taking the OMG girls and just like modeling them to make this like cartoon thing, right? The animated OMG dolls copy OMG destructive physical appearance, blah, 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 blah. They also accused the company of like racism and all this other stuff. So of course they lost that because it wasn't direct. It was a reach. It was. It wasn't blatant. It wasn't like a cartoon, like a cartoon of T.I. As their father, the father. It was like just the OMG girls never really were a big group. Period. So maybe they did model them after that, but it was hard to prove, right? So now this company is taking T.I. to court for $6 million in damages. That sucks. So you got to be careful when you go to court with somebody. You're costing somebody else money. It's not free to just accuse people of things and go to court. They got to spend money. Sometimes you don't even got to spend any money. Sometimes a lawyer will take it on pro bono. They'll take it on a percentage. They'll be like, all right, if we win, I get 50%, or something like that. Well, you can lose in the situation. Nas is back in the studio. That's always good news. We got Russ in studio with Dr. Dre. That's big. You know what sucks about Russ? I saw Russ filming the BET performances and stuff like that. The side performances, I think it was before or after the show, right? And I'm watching him record that, and I'm saying, damn, Russ is talented. Okay, that's undeniable. Russ is a talented guy, but he's never gonna be legendary for one reason, and this is the reason that really sucks. Because I commend Russ on being independent and getting the independent money. And at the end of the day, money is what taking care of your family and money. That's what keeps you going. But Russ is never going to get to experience being legendary because he drops really good music, but it will never get pushed the same way because it's not just the money, it's the relationships. So a label has leverage. If he was on Atlantic, they could leverage Cardi B singles and this and that. Play Russ and we'll give you the Cardi B exclusive. He doesn't get that experience. So that's what you lose when you're not with a major. You might make less money with a major, but you'll be legend. It's like so much other stuff. It works in the end of the day for some artists because they become so legendary, like a Snoop Dogg or E40 and stuff, that they can start a liquor brand and this and make money that way. It's how you want your trajectory to go. I don't know what matters to Russ. I don't know him, but I think that does kind of matter to him. I was just feeling bad for him. I was like, geez, he deserves to be legendary 5-10 years from now, He's very successful. We know that, But he did work with Dr. Dre, and that's awesome. Nicki Minaj and her husband. So I guess Kenneth Petty filed a lawsuit over a court hearing of being a registered offender in New York City, right? He had this big thing with this girl. We already know that, okay? And he claims he had to plead guilty because he had another case going on of where he pulled up and I think he lit somebody up and he had to go to jail for years for that. But that was 15 years ago, I think, or maybe longer. Probably longer than that. It was probably 20 years ago, right? So basically, he is dropping the suit against New York to take him off the registry and stuff. He's a level 2 offender. I don't know why he's doing that. I guess it's just too much attention, and she's like, you know what, just leave it alone, we'll just be fine. I don't know, I don't know how their stuff works, but as long as she's happy, he's happy, and the kid's happy, that's all that matters in the end of the day. Lotto signing guys' booties out in Europe somewhere. That's different. 50 Cent got 1 billion streams on In the Club. Now, what's crazy about this is Spotify wasn't even out when this dropped. Spotify didn't come out till 2009 or 10, right? And Spotify wasn't big till years later after that. But still, That's a time. He said, take your time and make it a classic. Then it won't go away. Think about it. This record's like 20 years old, and it's got 1 billion streams. Songs that came out today don't get 1 billion streams, you know? So think about that. Think about how many people bought that record, bought the single, bought the ringtones, because ringtones were a thing back then. Some of you can't even, ringtones used to be a thing where you could buy a 99-cent ringtone, and that would be a ringtone. You can make that for free now, but that's crazy. Can't unsee this. Someone said this is the biggest switcheroony in history. Young Thug is Sexy Red. The internet will never be defeated. Okay? Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. I appreciate you all, and I'll check you guys in the next one. I hope you guys are having a great day. Peace.